What's up, guys? So it has came to my attention that as of a couple of days ago, there will be no prestige mode in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. These leaks said that this was what was set as of late July. So as of late July, there were no prestiges in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. This could still be set to change if enough people complain about this, which is what this video is pretty much all about right here, because I personally want to see prestiging return. I thought it was one of, if not the biggest mistake that Modern Warfare made, and that's what this video is going to be going into. Now, this video isn't meant to be bashing on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but as of right now, what I feel like is they're just mostly porting over stuff from Modern Warfare. Like everything that they introduced in this game is being ported over to Black Ops Cold War, which is what it looks like according to leaks. And that includes both the good and the bad of this game. And I feel like there were a couple of negatives this game had, which included like dead silence not being a perk, them getting rid of map voting, and then the big one was prestiges. They got rid of the prestige system. I also felt like this game had less than decent lighting, and it's kind of hard to see your enemies, but I did see some leaked gameplay of Black Ops Cold War, and that seems to have already been fixed. And I will go into the leaked footage that I saw in another video. But overall, it looks really good. The game looks really nice, and there's lots of colors. The map that I saw was set in Miami during nighttime, and there were a lot of like neon colors and stuff, like the purple buildings and stuff. But I'll go into that in a different video. The reason why I feel that if we get it known that we want prestiging back, they'll be more inclined to put it back, is because if you look at what happened with when they turned dead silence from a perk into a field upgrade, it got a lot of outcry. There's been people complaining about this all year long, and they were originally gonna make it return in Black Ops Cold War as a field upgrade again, but they changed it. Here I'm just testing out the recoil. But they changed it after they noticed that people really wanted this as a perk rather than a field upgrade. So I'm thinking if there's outcry about the prestige system not being brought back, they might actually bring it back. And I'm not the only one that's talking about this. I'm looking at Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War wishlists, and a lot of them have map voting and the prestige system. That's one thing that I saw in common on a lot of people's wish lists. There's also multiple other YouTubers that are talking about this. I've seen people like Prestige's Key, of course, talking about why they should bring back the prestige system. I've also heard Nero Cinema was talking about it. And Charlie Intel even made a poll on their Twitter, which currently has over 132,000 voters, and 88% of them said they would like to see Prestige returning. So that is how significant this is. So I'm thinking that if we just get enough people on board with this, we'll eventually see Prestiging return in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which is what I'm really hoping for. When I originally heard that Prestige was not going to be in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I thought I would only play the game for like a month or two and then drop it. Now, you can see that's really not the case. I'm currently almost to 21 days played on this game, but the thing that keeps coming me back is not the ranking system, it's the battle pass. If prestiging was in this game, I'd probably play it more consistently rather than dropping it at the end of every season and then just coming back when the new season starts. And it's also frustrating having to wait for a new season to be able to rank up again or progress anywhere, whereas with the prestige system you can play throughout the year and you're not set on these time stones as to when you can level up and unlock stuff. So now I'm going to be going into a little bit about what Prestige is for those of you that are newer to Call of Duty or were introduced with Modern Warfare and don't know. So between Call of Duty 4 and Black Ops 4, which was Call of Duty 16 I believe, there were between 10 and 30 Prestiges, with the majority of them having either 10 or 15. And Prestige is when you would rank up to the max level, which was usually 55 or like 60, and it would reset you back to level 1, and you would grind through all 55s, or say 55 levels again. Now the thing that was significant about this was every single time you prestiged, you got a new emblem next to your name in-game. Not like the emblem in Modern Warfare where it's just next to a calling card. Like the actual thing next to your name, like in Modern Warfare there's the 5 stars in-game next to your name. The emblem would be placed there instead of the 5 stars. And you would also get things like calling cards, weapon variants, operator skins, etc. when you would prestige. And then after you hit the max prestige, which was usually between prestige 10 and prestige 15, it would just, the levels would just start going up to level 1000. There is no cap that would reset you back down after you hit max prestige. And it wouldn't reset every season. So you could just keep leveling up all the way up to 1000, and every 100 levels you would unlock new things, like same with prestige, like new emblems next to your name, new weapon variants, etc. And the biggest thing that turned people off from prestiging was losing all your weapons and starting back off at level 1. But the later Call of Duties changed that to where they gave you a permanent unlock token, where you could choose one item that you wanted to have permanently unlocked forever throughout the rest of the prestiges that you go through. Now, I feel that the prestige system is way superior to the officer ranks, because the prestige system actually shows your dedication to the game, whereas the officer ranks don't, because every season you're reset back down to level 55 and you cap at 155, whereas with prestiging your level goes all the way up to 1000, and people will actually see that. They know that you play a lot, and it's like a bragging right almost. Whereas with Modern Warfare they just took that all out, and they mainly did this to cater to casual players and people who don't play the game as much, because when they see a extremely high prestige or high leveled player, they get intimidated and want to leave the game. And this is why they capped everyone at 155 and then reset every season. Whereas there's also a career level in this game, and if you actually go and check that personally, I'm over level 800. I'm probably like 810, 820, somewhere between there. And hitting max prestige in past games was about 550 levels. So in this game right now, technically speaking, I would be around master prestige level 250, 270. And that's what I would prefer to have shown on my level rather than 155, because it holds more weight. The other thing with officer challenges is you do get an emblem, but it's a lot more work. You actually have to complete a whole barracks of challenges. and you only get the emblem next to the calling card. You can't equip it next to your actual name in game, which is another thing that's it's used so newer players that don't have it are less likely to see it and get intimidated by it. And I think the least they could do is switch that to make it so you can actually see that next to your name in game. So that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go find that poll on the Charlie Intel Twitter and say that you do want Prestige coming back, because I think that will be a big influence towards it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed.